First up in the heat index, New Year's is right around the corner. A lot of us will be making resolutions, and a lot of those resolutions will be involved with getting in shape. In a moment, we'll introduce you to two people who took that challenge and they ran with it. They're both featured in People magazine's Half Their Size issue, and here is their story. For 25-year-old Connor Wrench, weight has been a lifelong struggle.
I knew I was overweight when I was 6 years old.
A chronic overeater, she dieted for the first time in 3rd grade.
I would eat continuously.
And in 8th grade, Wrench weighed over 200 pounds.
I would snack on chips and cookies and candy and anything that I could really find.
Tipping the scales at 271 pounds after her freshman year of college, Connor knew she had to do something.
I looked in the mirror and said, I'm done being overweight.
For 40-year-old Mark Bryant, weight didn't become a problem until later in life.
When I graduated from high school, I was about 185 pounds. Over the next 10 years, gained about 250.
Bryant didn't exercise any discipline when it came to eating, his weight climbing to 442 pounds.
Lunch would typically be a couple of hamburgers and a large fry and a milkshake, and then dinner would be an extra large pizza.
Bryant's turning point came after he went to the hospital with chest pains.
The doctor said, you're just having an anxiety attack. They called in a cardiologist. He said, if you don't change your ways real quick, you're not going to live to see your daughters get married.
That health scare motivating Bryant to change his life and get moving. Okay, so you just saw Connor. She weighed 271 pounds. Now she weighs 141. That's a weight loss of 130 pounds. So here she is. Connor, come on out. I mean, I'm going to talk to you a little bit more in a minute, but just tell everybody, when you look at the old you, when you look in the monitors and see new you, what goes through your mind?
You know, I'm just happier. I can be myself without this covering me up. So
Yep.
I think that's the best thing about it.
Well, love your smile.
Thank
Can't wait to hear
you.
more. All right, now we're going to meet Mark. He was 442, now 181. That's 61 pounds lost. I can't even say it, because when you see him, you won't believe it. So get on out here, Mark. You look fantastic.
Thank
What
you.
do your kids say when they see you now?
You know, when I was younger, or when they were younger, they didn't even really know me as this guy. They look back and see these pictures now and are like, who's that?
Who is that?
Yeah, so they know me like this. It's
a distant memory. And we're going to
Yes.
talk about how to do that. But first, Zoe, I want to talk to you. Zoe is the features director for People magazine. And Zoe, come on over here. What was it about Mark and Connor's story that appealed to you guys?
You know, obviously it's that they lost so much weight, but it's that they did it in a healthy way. It was exercise and diet, no gimmicks, no surgery. It was just hard work, and clearly it really paid
And
off.
proof positive.
Yeah.
And obviously exercise is critical, but really
Absolutely.
quickly just want to say, I cannot believe, Connor, that you're okay with saying, yeah, this was an old meal for me.
Absolutely.
You would eat
Absolutely.
three plates of this.
Yeah, I would indulge. I loved it. It was my go-to. It was my go-to.
And now you can feel completely satisfied with eating just broccoli, pasta, just a little bit of cream in there?
Absolutely. No, it's whole wheat pasta, and actually I grind cottage cheese and use it as my sauce with a little salt and pepper, and it acts as the Alfredo sauce instead.
And do you have a message or a mantra that you say to yourself that our viewers can take away from? Because boy, do you look fantastic.
Thank you. You know, one day at a time. It's the small victories that'll lead to the big result.
That's
you know?
a great mantra.
Thank you.
Well, I just love your smile.
Thank you.
And Mark, you too, really a whole pizza and all of that ice cream?
Yeah, and in fact, that looks really tempting right now.
No,
but
just
it's,
say no. But what do you say to yourself when you are now eating this, which is now just grilled and clean? And how do you sort of get the gratification that this used to give you? Because that's what I think people can take away from this.
You know what's great about it is it didn't go from this to this overnight. It was a gradual process, and so that went from half a pizza to half, and then all of a sudden over to this, eventually over the course of a lot of time. And this is actually delicious now. It's something that I crave.
And of course, I'm sure you're still tempted, and that's
absolutely.
life. And the stories are incredible. Everybody check out People magazine. Zoe, thank you for sharing
you.
their stories. People magazine is on stands right now, half their size, and they really, really are.